Some of these people are not like fantastical enough. That's what I think.
You could stab me in the arm or raise a glass of
Right,
blood.
welcome back to The Curse of Manchas Part 2. We're continuing this card slash visual novel game. Let's see where we were with Ace. No, I don't think so. I can barely remember anything in my previous existence. As with us all, trouble yourself not, Ace. I was merely testing you. I asked Lily the same question. You'd actually make a ribald jest. Aquaria giggles. Lily is very amusing, isn't she? I put her face. For certain values of amusing, I suppose. Kraken seems lost in thought. I surreptitiously watch him, trying to discern whether the weeds draped about him are some form of clothing or a grotesque form of body modification. But it is too dim in here to discern. I should imagine myself a lamp. If I can imagine a graveyard, surely I can imagine a single lamp. I tried to imagine a lamp. Are you alright, Ace? You look most peculiar. Are you unwell? I'm trying to make my room a bit more welcoming. Aquaria looks alarmed. I can't quite read Kraken's expression, but it's not appreciative of my attempt at hospitality. Not when we're here, please. Until you get used to your new abilities, for want of a better word, it's much better if you practice in private. That way the damage is contained and hopefully you only hurt yourself. I don't want to hurt anyone, least of all myself. It's being melodramatic. It's a very rare thing something goes wrong, but we'd still rather you practice on your own. I shrug as if it makes no difference to me when I practice. I'm just trying to be hospitable. That is very nice of you, but completely unnecessary. Please do in your company, our circle is complete. What do you mean? Since the last Death Avatar disappeared, we haven't been able to do anything, and Mantis has been getting quite impossible. It's been boring, really, not being able to work. You know, for two people of opposite alignments, you seem to get on very well with each other. You even complete each other's sentences, but me and Lily, for example, I can see we're going to have trouble. Aquaria giggles. Oh, that's just the nature of water. If you think of it that way, it makes sense, kind of. When the water flows, it is very ordinary. It goes in one direction and allows itself to be channeled. As soon as the flow becomes broken, however, chaos reigns. And let me tell you, I love every minute of it. Aquaria gives Kraken the strange glance, part affection, part irritation, and part indefinable. Of course, that's a very simple explanation, but wait until you meet Gambaran and Izuria. They can't stand to be in the same room together. Well, you can't blame Gambaran. I hate to speak ill of any state of water, but talk about Ice Queen. If anything isn't done exactly according to her instructions, watch out multiple states of existence. Oh, rubbish. How can you blame her when she's got to deal with Gambon and his crazy schemes? He's always tormenting her. Gently teasing, I would say. The soul cannot take a joke. I intervene in a bright tone as the argument seems to be getting a little out of hand. Well, I look forward to meeting them as long as Gambaran Crazy is not the same as Magma Crazy. Oh, you met Magna, did you? And you survived the experience. Go you. We avoid her and Ash for obvious reasons. Steam is one of my least favourite states. So little power and less unconstrained. And I hate to be constrained, and Aquaria can tell you. I can! Kraken hates to be constrained. He just explodes. I look at Kraken warily. An exploding Kraken would indeed be something to see. I'll certainly try to avoid constraining you then. I guess the glance he gives me can be interpreted as flirtatious, as if one was very generous in one's interpretation of flirtatious. Oh, Ace, what thoughts you invite into my mind? I feel a shiver run down my spine. It's not an altogether unpleasant feeling, but it is one I don't wish to analyse too closely right now. Aquaria frowns at me, reading something in her expressions I certainly don't intend to. I thought we were going to fight on the side of Chaos Ace. Don't tell me you're succumbing to Kraken's dubious charms. I feel heat rising in my face. How dare you think such things? Tell me, Ace, if you want something, if you really want something badly, would you stick to the rules or would you do anything to get to your goal? Even though in the others, your competitors will make their own choices. I'd stick to the rules. I'd stick to the rules and I don't care what the others do. I'd still do my best to reach the goal, but follow the rules. And what is wrong with anarchy? Apart from the violence and bloodshed, you mean? Because all the other organisms are so peaceful and disciplined. My dear, you're so naive. I could say the same about you, Aquaria. Anyway, I guess it would be rude if I didn't accompany you on a trip to the Fire Realm. Magma's Realm? I'm not sure that's a good idea. What are you afraid of? Death? You're already dead. Come on, we'll visit the lower pillar. She won't even notice we've been there. Alright then, I'll wait here. You two have fun. I decided to keep going along with this madness. In this case, it always doubles the chance to get a little revenge for how Magma treated me before. Note, click on the Fire Realm located in the top left of the screen to continue. Fire Realm. Aquaria selected. Click again on the character. Click here to confirm. Skip tutorial battle. If you've already played the game before, or if you're familiar with card mechanics, you might want to skip this easy tutorial battle. Do you want to skip it? So, where are we? Okay. You know the souls we were talking to before? Both you and your opponent use them to play the cards. Right now, for example, you have not enough souls to play any cards, so you only skip the turn. Each turn, the available souls amount increases automatically by 1, up to a maximum of 10. Touch something, please push back the enemy and focus. Each card has a soul cost to the top of the card, so you need to keep an eye on them. Usually the higher the cost, the stronger is the creature's spell, but the key is to using it right moment. It's to select up to one friendly card per shell. I think you need to attack them directly. Oh wow. You can. I had a direct attack. Uh-oh, things are getting nasty, aren't they? Try using the flashlight card now. It's expensive, but it's worth it. You'll see after this you should have no problem with remaining members. Wow, that's amazing! Oh wow, you can hit them more than one time. That's amazing. Oh my god. Battle where the mighty creatures destroy success. The cards unlocked and Owen and Imp. The book cards been added to your deck builder system. Right mouse button to examine them. Yes. Return. I must admit I had fun this time. It was sweet, and not because Aquaria was with me. Well, maybe she did have cheer me up with her quirks, but the best thing about IRT was the sweet sensation of revenge against Magma. Even if all this is only a dream, who can say it can't become leader of this absurd place? Kraken is there waiting for us, a strange smile etched on his face. He doesn't have time to speak though because a voice interrupts us. I thought you two would be assaulting a newcomer with your arguments and chaos and order. You should be more like Hizaria and I, agreeing to fight to the death over our differences. Words are just air. We might as well blow kisses at each other. Gambaran's silhouette all but fills the doorway. He's not as massive as Kraken, but he hears every heavily missile and obviously more human. His deep voice seems to shake the walls of the house. Yet Hizaria is very much still with us, Gambaran. Could it be you are not winning? Eternity awaits, and without our eternal battle, I feel boredom would take from me what death could not. But we do not waste our energies bandying words. We collide on the battlefield, our forces coming together like tectonic plates, implacable and irresistible. Now leave us. I wish to talk to the man alone. I want to see how prepared he is for the battles to come. I expected Kraken and Aquaria to resist being so summarily evicted from my house, so I'm surprised when they get to their feet and walk past me. Aquaria giggles and touches my arm lightly. When this brute is finished with you, come and see me. You can discuss things more rationally alone. Kraken takes my face gently in the hand. He stares into my eyes with his strangely human ones. There is great power within you, Ace. Do not waste it on fools or foolish notions. Only through order can the soul be set free to reach its potential. Everything else is an illusion. Pardon, excuse me. Yes, I have got scissors. Then he was gone, and I'm alone with Gambara, who restlessly paces the width of my room, all but ignoring me now, as he has me alone as he himself has demanded. There's a raw and potent energy about him that reminds me a little of Magma, but without her wild unpredictability and volatility. His is a slow-moving and inexorable power that might crush anyone who gets in its way. Eventually he stops and stares me up and down. So you're the new Death. Lily must be quaking in her boots. I'm sure he's being sarcastic, but there's no indication of it in his tone of voice. What's that supposed to mean? They told you how it is, didn't they? You have to choose the path you wish to take and fight for it with everything you've got. Otherwise, he ran one fist into the other and flew them apart as if mine in an explosion. Is everything going to fight with you? The cosmos is a battlefield and everything in it combatants, whether they know it or not. War is real, peace is an illusion. Maybe peace is an illusion because it does not interest you. Maybe I have to talk to Azera to find out what she thinks. Gambara laughs. We think alike in this respect. We know the cosmos. We know it was born in anger and will die in fury. The difference between us is this. She believes in fighting according to the rules, and I believe there are no rules, and that is better that way. She would rule over everything, and I would rule over nothing. For her, to rule is to control. For me, to rule and sacrifice freedom is to gain nothing and to gain less than nothing. Those who submit to rule are not worthy ruling over. Those who fight, who rebel, who perpetually defy those who would be their overlords, only they are worthy of respect. There's one thing I am learning about Gambara, and he certainly likes the sound of his own voice. It is another weapon in his armoury, and one he uses to batter those who disagree to him with to wear his submission. So what are you, Ace, a fighter or a supplicant? One who fights to live on his own terms or begets to live on another's? There's no dishonour in living according to the rules. I see no dishonour in living in a society bound by rules which everyone abides by. Gambaran laughs derisively. Everyone abides by? Why have I never seen such a utopia? Those who have power live by their own rules. Otherwise, what is power but mere responsibility for those less capable than oneself? That is corruption and ought to be punished. And do we see the powerful walking the streets flagellating themselves their transgressions? That is why we have courts. Run by the wealthy and powerful. Not in my world. Another guffaw. Especially in your old Earth, boy. Did you not sleep your mortal existence away? I might as well have, for all I remember of it. Wasn't it your world too? You look human to me. Looks here can be deceptively come out. I'm no more human than you are now. We have shed our skins like caterpillars, do their chrysalides, and inherited our true power. You bore the boy with your crude philosophizing, Gambara. Let me talk to him before you completely addle his brain. I turned to look at the newcomer. It is a tall woman with jewels in her hair and all over her clothing. She looks cool and regal despite wearing a gown that reveals more than it conceals. She's the sort of woman who surveys the world around her and always finds it wanting. Wow, that's interesting. And you are? She looks me up and down. You can call me Azaria. She purses her lips in disapproval. Someone should give her a couple of pasties and a pole. That will wipe the disdain off her face. You are not going to last very long, I can see that now. I smile as coldly as I can. There are ice crystals forming in the air between us. I swear to God, or Mantress or whoever oversees this place. A gypsy fortune teller, how quaint. Gambara edges past us through the door. Excuse me, people. You don't mean me interfering with your conversation. Indeed we don't. I'm sure you've said quite enough for yourself and confused us being in the bargain. It is time for me to talk sense to them. Would you like a seat? I gestured to my bed. She regards it as a slimy stump in the middle of a swamp. No thank you, I prefer to stand. Suit yourself. I do. Now, no doubt the menagerie has thus far traipsed through your room. Has given you some half-baked instructions and advice as to your current situation. Well, you can forget all that. It's a load of old tosh. Tosh? I asked the question more to assert my presence than out of the need to know what this woman is rambling about. Rubbish, nonsense, absolute mind rot, and in particular from those who align themselves with chaos, Gambara and the like. You gotta be completely ignore what they say. Order is the way things need to be done around here. And why is that? Because without order there can be no planning, no foresight, no understanding, just instinct. And she wrinkles her nose. For the most human gesture she's made since stepping out through my doorway. For a moment she's almost likeable. Chaos, the young and immature like chaos because they are ignorant and don't know any better. She shudders. All the problems in the world and the previous ones are caused by chaos and the destruction that ensues when it is allowed to fester. Surely you can understand that. I grunt non-committally. I'm not ready to agree with her on anything. She looks at me with a penetrating gaze. It's new to you, I know. You are barely older than a child yourself, and no doubt the others have been filling your head with the power and potential chaos offers you. But it is dangerous. You may think you can control it, but it controls you. It does not create, it only destroys the world around it. And finally, the wielder itself. She touches my arms, and her eyes lock on mine. Do not succumb to its evil allure. I don't know your name. You didn't give me a chance to introduce myself. So, what is your name? You know, I am Miseria, at least as far as you are concerned. I am Ace, at least as far as you are concerned. There's no need to be like that. Excuse me, you are like that. So I choose to be like you, I jolly well will be. This seems to give Azera food for thought. She doesn't speak for a long moment. I let her stew and enjoy the momentarily peace. I can see that they have already had a malign influence you. You should have come sooner. But I saw Magma visiting, and I keep my distance from that one. Entirely unpredictable, to say the least, but she all but strangled me. See, that's what you get for messing about with chaos and sipping to insanity. Full-blown insanity, more like. Azera gives me the faintest of smiles, and a mere ghost of one to be generous, and pats my arm. I knew you were capable of recognising the terrible cost of wielding chaos. And you are the voice of reason, so maybe you can tell me what I'm doing here, trapped in this nightmare. Azera looks at me skeptically. You know you died, don't you? That is what you call it when you transition from whatever mortal realm you hail from to eternity now? Well, my heart sinks so much to the voice of reason and order. For all her cold rationality, this one has the same delusions as the rest of them do. I am not entirely convinced, let's put it that way. But you have to be. How can you wield the fullness of your power if your mind is tainted by doubt? Is that a rhetorical question? I mean, maybe I have no power at all. Maybe someone made a mistake and should be sent right back from where I came. Azura shakes her head impatiently. I see, it is time for a demonstration. Follow me. Where? It's around with water. It's time to show you a thing or two. Do you have a choice? I just have to follow and see what she wants to show me. No, click on the water realm. Okay, to the bottom right of the screen to continue. Lovely, all these realms. That's our realm, death. Oh, no. I'm sorry, I selected. Click again. And the character. To confirm. Blah, blah, blah. I don't. Start the fight. Oh my lord, this is amazing. Entered. Watch out for the fishermen. They start the battle with charge. Charge when they attack them when they're summoned. Yes. There's that one that we've summoned. To overwhelm me, a common strategy using low level creatures. Use My spell hold position. To new creatures with taunt now. Hold your position. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Every pillar you unlock, you acquire new cards. This will grow you in strength. You understand now. Only you as Avatar of Death can do this. It's an immense gift. Summon! I'm enjoying this. This is amazing. Finish the enemies off now. I'm sure that everything you learn until now you'll manage it. Yes. Yes. Back at the hamlet, Azura seems to be pleased with my performance, but still rather dubious about my feelings. So, still skeptical about your powers? I'm not sure. Even if I really have those powers, this is just a dream. It's always the same. What's always the same? The disbelief, everything that comes here, wastes the first precious moments thinking they are anywhere except here. It's so annoying. I'll have to have a word with Mantis about it. Not that I think he can do much, but maybe he knows a solution. They won't help us. Azura looks over my shoulder and gives whoever just entered a cool appraisal. Siberia, how nice of you to join us. I turned to find the redhead clothed in metal and some tight-skinned synthetic cloth. Beneath her neck is a thin metal film that seems to be applied directly to her skin. Perched on her head is a pair of cat ears. Even on Planet Weird, this woman is out there, but she does look invariably gorgeous with blue eyes, lustrous skin, and a body and bone structure to die for. Azura glares at me as if I'm somehow to blame for this catty and Siberia person interrupting our little tete. I pointedly ignored her, turning to Siberia and offering my hand. Ace, pleased to meet you. I'm plainly miffed. Azura stalks out of my room, calling over her shoulder. Don't expect it to make much sense. She still thinks she's dreaming. Siberia and I exchanged glances. It's always a good sign when her ladyship gets annoyed with someone. It means they are interesting and don't put up with their nonsense. She cannot conceive of anyone knowing more than her. Siberia tosses her mane of orange hair and makes herself at home on my bed. Just tell me about yourself, Ace. What's there to tell? I can't remember anything. Her royal bitchness said that think you are dreaming. It's the most rational explanation for her. I'm standing in an empty room talking to a metal woman with cat ears and glued to her head. They are fox ears and they are not glued to my head. They are mine by nature. I'm pretty sure that where I come from, people don't have fox ears. Why would you think everyone of us comes from the same place? How very narrow-minded of you. Her dazzling smile robs her words of their sting. Not that I mind. If I'm not dreaming, I'm merely insane and perfectly fine with that. It felt good in a weird way. One must embrace one's insanity at times like these, wrap oneself in it like a security blanket. And you must realise, as long as you deny what actually happening to you, your powers will be severely curtailed, and then Mantress will be upset, and then we will all be upset, and bad things will ensue. So it's best for everyone if you buckle down and get on with the job you are chosen for. Who chose me for what job? Saberia spreads her arms wide, levitating her bust in interesting ways. I try my best not to look, but it's rather difficult. Big boobies. The cosmos, darling, to guide lost souls into the here ever after. I thought this was the here ever after. Not quite, dear. This is limbo, and you're not quite dead, although you are more dead than alive, it must be said. And dead, I think Lily mentioned that. And I made a joke about it. Not funny now, Ace, is it? Insanity is much funnier. Wow, you and she are the experts on death. I see you dressed the part. How does one dress for air, though? Tell me that. Not quite an expert, I'm afraid. In fact, I know nothing. There's been some horrible misunderstanding. I need to speak to Mantress. It's a one-way street, no going back. We are stuck with it. Anyway, I'm sure it's better than the alternative. You mean being dead? I suppose I do. Imagine how boring that would be, being told what to do and where to go by the likes of us and her royal bitchness. So you don't get along with it then, you and Azura? I suppose she's alright if you're into frigid temperatures. We're more for superconductivity, but it's the attitude that gets me. I mean, why be a bitch all the time? Why not just some of the time and when you're alone? Super what? Oh, what, superconductivity? Nothing to you to worry about. They're quite important where I come from, I think. So what can you remember? Nothing. I have a body full of experiences, but no self to attach them to. I know things, but don't know how I came to know them. I feel things, but I don't know how I came to feel them. That's exactly how I feel. That's how we all feel, darling. Those of us who admit it. The past is a blank, and yet it has scribbled all over our sight, like some faceless 5-year-old proto-vandal. Very irritating, yet perhaps for the best. I think our pasts are dangerous places, and there must be monsters back there. I feel a chill run down my spine, which is funny because you'd think of merely thinking of oneself as dead would have that effect. It would be a side effect of insanity. Saberia looks at me appraisingly. I think you are a troublemaker, Ace, and troublemakers are the most interesting people. Still, it's far more fun to be with a troublemaker along with chaos than one along with order. So I hope you didn't let her raw bitchness put your stupid ideas in your head. Troublemaker plus chaos exponentializes things rather excitingly. I'm more an order sort of boy. Despite her raw bitchness, I do not want any trouble whatsoever. I just want some order in my life, you know? Life or whatever this is. Saberia frowns. Oh, Ace, you're such a terrible disappointment. Listen, I really haven't decided yet. I don't know what to think about this whole situation. Indecisiveness is an aspect of chaos, but one I don't actually hold with. No, it isn't, not necessarily. Saberia compresses her lips. She looks like a hip librarian just in front from a yoga class who just caught someone with an overdue book. It is me. Not only are you indecisive, you are argumentative too. Two of my least favourite traits in a person. I pout facetiously. Sorry, I'm sure. Anyway, since when did chaotic people not like to argue? Since I've been around. Still, I'm certain that you're merely side effects of this traumatic experience you've had. Either that or you're regressing into childhood. I guess Saberia, my best fisheye. I'm beginning to prefer Azura's company. Saberia sticks her tongue out at me. Just remember to wear your woolly underwear. So, how do I do whatever it is that I've got to do? Oh dear, you've already started doing it. That's your job. You mean those battles? Yes, and answering our questions, making choices. This is what you must do. Grow strong and decide who you are. What if I'm stuck? What if I don't know what to do or where to go? In that case, you need to pay a visit to Mantras. So I have to see him again. Where? Siberia glazes at me. What? Mantras isn't him. Like many of us, he's not. Never was human. M's an M. Referring to people like to be referred to as basic courtesy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend. I know it's just ignorance, but you need to remember, some of us are more volatile about these things than Mantras. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Mantras usually stays in the big castle overlooking the town, with a tower on top. Is that what you saw? It's different for each of us. Anyway, yes, that one. You visit Mantras, meet him in one of the rooms and show him what you have to do. Still here, Saib. It's my turn now. I turned to see a young man draped in chains with jet black hair lounging in the doorway, hands stuffed in his pockets. You're taking it in turns to visit me. I am honoured. Well, we all want to meet the newcomer to see what they are made of. And you are? You can call me Ash. I'm Ace. So they say. I expect they've been all around trying to recruit you. Lily's getting quite worried. She knows she's in for a fight. Why do we all have to fight? I don't want to fight anymore. I'm sure we can go get along. Whee! God, I'm so order. Ah, man after my own heart. I look at him skeptically, wondering if he's being sarcastic. He looks so tough lounging there. He's the last person I suspect of wanting to get along. But I don't want to rock the boat yet by challenging him on it and make light of it instead. I have one friend then. Siberia looks me up and down. I'm sure you have lots of friends, Ace. I'd already forgotten Siberia was still with us. Ways I can learn to decide. Anyone would think you were an order, babe. Logic requires opposition. Without opposition, there would be no need for logic. Ash loses interest. He strikes me as someone who loses interest in things easily. One who lives for want of a better term in the moment. And there is something to be said for that, as long as there is unplanned moments of good worth experiencing. Spontaneity has its place. Sorry, you lost me at logic. Keep the funky stuff for those who are interested. Siberia shakes her head with irritation. My name is Siberia. Why does anyone think it's too much of a mouthful to say? You're more of a Sibe than a Siberia, babe. What can I say? Siberia gives me an exasperated look as she pushes past us. I haven't the patience with this. Come by and see me sometime, Ace, at my place where we won't be disturbed. Ashka glances aside and watches her stalk over to her dwelling before returning his gaze to me. He levers himself off the door jamb. Don't fret about her, dude. She's alright. Just a little confused, but aren't we alright? I can't disagree with him there. So Ace, what's your story? Mantras found me and brought me here. You know what I know. To me it's all a dream, some kind of nightmare. Tell me about it, boy. It's been the same for all of us. We're dreaming for eternity, maybe longer, know what I mean? Not really. Just a phrase, boy, just a phrase. Don't sweat it. Ash wanders about the room looking a little lost, as if he wants to pick things up and inspect them. I have nothing except to the bed. Why a bed, I wonder? Why not a couch, a divan, a chair, a coffee table, a crescenza? Some funky piece of art, even. If it's not all due to my imagination, as Aquarius suggested, what was it feeding off to imagine graveyards and beds? I must have been one weird man in my mortal life. I check myself. Let's keep on going with the dream theory until I get refutable proof otherwise. Are you looking for something? Just checking you out, boy. Didn't come with much, did you? Why did you guys arrive with all your baggage? I mean the double entrante. Although I can't tell you why, I just like them. The me I was before this probably like them too. I guess we might have gotten along. Even not knowing the first thing about myself. I kind of miss me, my corporeal self, the mysterious proto-ace. Like you wouldn't believe, man. What does that mean? I guess you'll see when you come by and see us in our own digs. So it's open house all the time for here, just like my place. Sure, why not? Just like family. There's no privacy then. Ain't nothing to be private about. No bodies, no bodily functions. Bears don't shit in the woods no more, and folks don't shit in their digs. Wow, no defecation, no eating, no drinking, no sex. This is sure a fun place. Whoa, boy, hold those horses, muzzle a dog. Who said anything about no sex? What is a bodily function, isn't it? Mind blown, Ace. Mind totally blown. Dressed like that, I'd say you would have once known better than that. Saying sex is a bodily function, like saying the sun is a useful source of heat. So much more, man. So much more. Sure, the body performs and goes through the motions, but the act, babe, it penetrates the mind. It pinches his thumb and fingers and presses them onto his forehead, miming. I guess that's supposed to be the penetrative sex effect of sex in the mind. Ah! So you guys have sex with each other? It's been known to happen. Well, that's interesting. But we'll leave it there. I decided, although Ash seems totally unfazed by my questioning, I'm not sure I can handle any more in-depth explorations of this particular topic right now. Haven't you people finished yet? We both look at the newcomer blankly, my mind still reading from the concept of undead sex. Just going, man, just going. Ash raises a languid hand in my direction. See you around, Ace. Enjoy the ride. It's going to be doozy. Newcomer watches him cross the void with a contemptuous frown. I'm guessing these two have never had sex. Mine's like one of the Kraken's fetish and swamp, soft, mushy, and no means of escape. From the outset, I don't like this guy's manner. And you are? Call me Mercurio, everyone does. Perhaps because that's what I tell them to call me. Hee hee. Mercurio, the South name, that sort of strange, strangulated laugh. The joke is lost on me, but the laugh chills my blood. Mercurio is wrapped in a haphazard layers of clothing, as if intent on surviving an Arctic blizzard. Style is not his forte, unless you consider an unmade bed inspiration for a fashion statement to chase the Emin. So, Mercurio, tell me about yourself. Direct and to the point, I like it. He gives me a creepy, fixed, glittering stare. I like you, Ace. Yes, I know your name. The others told me I don't like wasting time. They may have told you. They told me nothing about you. Mercurio is undaunted by the ice in my voice, which stands no chance of penetrating those swaddling layers of clothing. Good, that's the best. They wouldn't understand, you see. I am master of time and space. I tinker with the fundamental rules of the cosmos. So useful now that we're in eternity. His creepy smile slips for a fraction of a second like a blip in a power circuit. Sarcasm is a surgical nuclear strike. Go me. Quick wit, I like it. Somewhat at odds with your appearance, but you can never judge by appearances, can one? Especially this place, limbo, eternity, as you so concisely put it. He wanders into my room, muttering to himself and looking around with a curiosity as naked as Ash had been absent-minded. An enigma indeed, as death should be. Are you talking about me? Yes, you. I'm talking about you, Enigma, and if there's only one thing I like getting to the bottom of, it's enigmas. Hee 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 hee. Again with the creepy laugh. It's Rocco Jacko's laugh. Hee hee. Some enigmas should be left unexplored. He stops, his expression turning hard on me, and I shiver, wishing I had a fraction of his clothing right at this moment. Oh, it's like that, is it? Well, pardon me for farting in your presence, dearest. Listen, I am your key to leaving this place. I'll have some respect if you don't mind. I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. Before I can go, my wits respond. He goes on. Lost in a dream world, a never-ending and waking dream world, surrounded by strangers and freaks and weirdos, and I count myself among them. Oh no, I have no illusions about myself, unlike the others. And I have no illusions about this place. It has rules, it has logic, it has limits, and I intend to break them. Make no mistake about that. And when I find them, I will break them and manipulate them to my advantage. He fixes another smile on his face. It doesn't suit him at all, and the way he says the word manipulate gives me the shivers. And to the advantage of my friends, if you catch my drift. No thanks, I think. I'd rather stay here. So how long exactly have you been here? I ask it snidely, wielding a verbal needle to punch the freak's bloated ego, snaps back like an irritable dog. Time has no meaning here, you know that. I don't know anything, this is just a dream. When I wake up I'm going to forget all about you. He gives me an infuriating grin. You'll be waiting a long time. In the meantime, there's work to be done. I'm the one you should be doing it with. Enough with the insane laughter already. I don't think so. We have nothing in common. That's what you think, but I know all about you, Ace. I know we share destiny. That's an unsettling thought. I know the unknown is unsettling. The known is merely fascinating. Anyway, you'll have to come see me at my lab if you want to know more. I say if, but of course you want to know more. I can feel your curiosity burning inside you from here. Me and my lab will be waiting. Why don't you show me something now? Ooh, I see. Yes, I can accompany you. After all, you need to become strong for this to work. Where I'll lead the way. Lead the way to where? I need to explain that part. Oh, fine. Follow me to the life realm. Click on the life realm located at the bottom center of the screen to continue. There we go. Oh my lord, I don't even know where we are. There we go. No, I don't want to skip. Regular rewards. The pillar is surprisingly strong considering its low rank. Good, it will serve its purpose. As you already know, the taunt creature prevents you from attacking your opponent. Oh my god, what the hell? I cannot. Fishman. In this case, they're even harder because they're live realm in several ways to heal their creatures, making your efforts futile. But fear not, I added some quick draw spells to your jet. Use it now. God. As you see, having more cards at your disposal contains tiles of a battle. Use your disgusting drain life spells to eliminate some of the enemy creatures. Keep using quick draw and hit those enemies hard. Speed is power, and draw and win. I must admit, as crazy as this Mercutio sounds, his suggestions in battle were rather useful. Oh, sorry about that. Maybe he knows what he's talking about. Now, it's time for me to go back. So much to study. Come visit me sometime. Going, Mercutio? What a relief to us all. The boy's intelligent despite the way he dresses. Too bad for you. Mercutio pushes by the newcomer and stalks across the void. The newcomer looks at me with a wide grin. Alpha, by the way. And the first shall be last. Before me stands a young man with the tossed hair and claws for hands, yet when I look into his eyes, I get the sense he is much older than he first appeared. Instinctively I hold out my hand. Hey, it's pleased to meet you. I send a significant glance to Mercutio's retreating back. More than I can say for him. Alpha laughs and lifts his paws as if to say, see how useless they are. What can you do with them? Mercutio's alright once you get used to him. I don't think I want to get used to him. Alpha shrugs. We've got to work together. Why? All those lost souls out there need him to be guided. Why do we have to do it? Why doesn't the universe take care of it automatically, like gravity or something? See, you will get on with Mercurio. These are exactly the questions he asks and is determined to find the answer to. But the weird laughter, the contempt, the general creepiness. Really? I think he's so wrapped up in ideas and experiments he just doesn't know how to deal with squishy subjects like people. Well, you just told him you were glad to see him go. We tease each other. He is chaos. I am order. What else can we do? I'm not convinced, but I let it go. If this Alpha wants to believe Mercurio is the same person he appears who I am, as someone who's only just arrived here to argue. Any other advice apart from probe the secrets of the universe with Mercurio? Alpha shrugs. Mostly as we learn as we go along. Mantras offers advice, although much of it is cryptic. He says that to reach our potential we must remember who we were before, but none of us can. We wake up here and everything our past, our mortal lives, as mantra puts it, is lost. You sound sceptical. Alpha gives me another faint smile. As you so elegantly put it before, why? Why can't we remember what is holding on him is captive? It's like there's a key missing from each of us that will open the door to release our past. Maybe I am that key. It was a stupid thing to do. I meant it humorously. Can't even spell that word properly. Not actually meaning anything. Sometimes I think my mouth says things just to prove its independence from my brain. You are death, symbolising loss and forgetfulness. How ironic would that be if you held the key to remembering? At first I think he's mocking me, using my poorly thought out comment to belittle me. But there's no malice in his words. There's nothing I can take offence to, unless I'm determined to be petty. And frankly by now I don't have the energy. God, I need to sleep. When can I wake up from my own bed and marvel at the strange dreams or wrapped in the comforting embrace of reality? Then I remember, Lily said something about you will die horrible deaths. Pardon? You are one of us, you know, so if we died horrible deaths, you did too. I shake my head, irritated. The thought of my death gives me an unpleasant sensation of vertigo. Whatever, the important thing that maybe he remembers, he denied it, but Mantras knows more than he, is telling us. That's what Lily said too, we have to work on Mantras. Good luck with that. Mantras is not someone you can pressure. Might as well be a god as far as our power goes. What if we work together, you know, like you suggested? Alpha laughs. I was being wildly optimistic. Angel working with Magma, you working with Mercurio, anyone working with Rosaria, good luck. I scowled at his implied dig at my naivety. It was only a suggestion. My suggestion, and one worth working on. Good luck with that, as I said. So you're going to help me? Help you? I'm sure the others already taught you everything you need to know, though perhaps, yes. I think there's still something I can teach you. Follow me to the Earth Realm. Right, the Earth Realm is the last of 6 realms I need to visit. I just hope I don't meet with Gambaran or Azura while I'm there, especially Azura. Click on the Earth Realm. Start the fight though. Okay. Can't do anything. I cannot do anything. So far you always fought with fixed draw decks, but from now on things will be tougher as the cards you draw are entirely random. Yes, entered. Every time you play will be different. This is my final lesson for you. Don't be afraid to restart a fight if you should find yourself losing. Luck plays a big role in this universe. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. I filled your deck with basic cards from all elements you've already visited, except Earth, of course. That's a gift. Three of my spell cards, Sunlight. Make good use of them. Fisherman. Come on. Yeah. No! Ah! This is excellent. Yes. Bunnies. After the battle, I found myself without Alpha back in my room. It's hard to get used to this. In a blink of an eye from the battlefield where fierce creatures find a deadly match into my quiet and peaceful half-empty room. I look at Alpha as she smiles at me before saying, "So you plan on sticking around?" Do I have a choice? Not according to anyone I've spoken to since being here. If I wake up on my own bed for a while, the point is moot. If I don't, at least it's something we can do without Mantra's bidding. But I'm gonna end it there. And I shall see you next time for some more The Curse of Mantras. Have a good day now. Bye bye.